Very intelligent things that have been said. I don't have a ton to contribute to that. It won't surprise some of you. Don't comment if it doesn't surprise you. I would say to Mr. Thomas, where's Mr. Thomas, that there's another method of remembering your anniversary, and that's you can get it engraved on the inside of your ring. So mine is June 18th. The problem with that, or at least I think it is, the problem with that is that this ring is a really small thing. And boy, have my eyes changed since that day. And even with these glasses, I can't read what that date is. So I'm told it's June 18th. And that's what I'm going to go with. I will pass things over to Mr. Sept in a minute for some closing words and reminders about important things that are coming up the next couple days as we continue our celebration of your class. It promises to be a significantly nicer day than today. I feel comfortable saying that. I heard stories of very treacherous commutes to get here tonight, and so I'm assuming Saturday is going to be nicer no matter what happens. There is some value for a few minutes in thanking your parents, in reflecting on what they're going through. If you've been in this room before to hear me reflect in this speech, you've heard me make a slightly inappropriate joke about how they don't really love you, but I know that's not true. They seem to think you're okay. However, it's also true that they're a little sick of you and are ready for the food bills to go down and to turn your room into a spa or some sort of television room. But more seriously, they're going through something that's much like what they went through in 2006, the year that many of you finished kindergarten and began first grade. They were sending you off to school. That's no small event. Obvious similarity there. Such times of transition inevitably raise questions. Will you be well cared for? Will you make friends, the real kind, not the sort of friends that are only on the other side of a computer screen? And as you leave what feels like their control, what is the world you will inherit? Will it be a safe one? So, and as that is all deep and thought-provoking, but sometimes in a week that is as serious as this, it's fun to remember stuff that is, well, just fun. So what was the world like in 2006 when you were making that transition? Probably most important to many of you in this room, Google bought YouTube for $1.65 million. It was probably time for that to happen, though, since YouTube had reached the ripe old age of 1, and no business with no discernible revenue stream should have to wait any longer than that to cash in $1 million. The U.S. Energy Department releases a report that indicates that there are the equivalent of approximately 1 trillion barrels of oil to be found in the form of oil shale reserves in the Green River Basin in 2006. North Korea declared it had carried out its first test of a nuclear weapon, and we can all see where that has led us. Barry Bonds hit his record-breaking 715th home run, eclipsing Babe Ruth's total of 714, and leading to a still-going debate about whether his accomplishments and those of others who gained remarkable amounts of muscularity the easy way should be in the Hall of Fame. Pluto was downgraded from a planet to a dwarf planet, a decision that seems to be rather offensive and judgmental. The 1 billionth song was purchased from Apple iTunes. And popular television shows included CSI, The Simpsons, The Bachelor, and one show starring a real estate guy from New York who clearly had no future in America, The Apprentice. Come on, you gotta get that, right? You understand? I know it's been a long night, but you get that. When I first entered into this profession a long time ago, longer than the number of years we're talking about that you've been in school, the facts about a given historic year were in some ways very different, in some ways very similar. They still contained some things that were humorous, some things we could kid about, some good music, some bad television shows, everything in between. And unfortunately, they still contain the acts of dangerous people who wished ill upon others. The point of all of this is that this perception of danger and the changing nature of this danger may make sending you off to school and to other places seem daunting, just like it did 12 or 13 years ago. I understand that. Everyone around you cares quite a bit and has done everything in their power to shield you from just that. That makes this time that you're going through, students, simultaneously exhilarating and scary for all of us in the room. If you've been to our commencement exercises before, you know that one of my tasks is to present the recent graduates with a charge. I know just what I want to say to you as you leave here on Saturday, and I'm excited by the privilege of doing that. But I thought that tonight I might set that up a bit by beginning that process early and presenting everyone but the class of 2018 with a challenge. So that's the rest of us. We've been talking about you enough. Let's move on. Parents, teachers, other important people, you have done all that you have done for these students in the recent years precisely for this moment. You can trust them, even in an uncertain world. You've provided a top-level education for them, an education that has provided them not only opportunity in the classroom, but also chances to shine on fields, stages, studios, and chances to grow as a community servant and leader. They have assumed leadership positions with grace, confronted difficulty with dignity, and learned the value of understanding over confrontation. This is their world now, and they are ready for that. It is incumbent for us to set aside our instinct to shield them, or protect them, or even helicopter over them, solving every difficulty. We rather should trust them as they negotiate this world, and trust that they will finish the unfinished business that we have left them. They're poised to do that. They've given us ample reason to believe they're ready to do that, not just to enter the world we have left them, but to alter it and to make it theirs and to make it better. Our role is to support them in doing so, to gently guide them as they try to do it, and to celebrate the achievements and improvements they will make from here. So class of 2018, best of luck. I wish for you nothing but the best in the future, and I want you to enjoy the next few days. The rest of us, as we work through that combination of such joy and all of the other things that come with that, and all of the uncertainty that comes at a time like this, our job is to trust exactly where you are now, and know that we have prepared you to be there, and that you have done your part to be prepared. So we can safely get out of your way, like you've been trying to tell us to do for years, but actually today you deserve it. And it is time for us to get out of your way. And we will gladly do so and convert your room into a spa of some sort. So, class of 2018 will enjoy the rest of the week celebrating you, and I want to turn things over to Mr. Seth for some announcements.